Hey everybody, this is Skybase talking. So for this painting, I began by using a program called Automatic Voyager, which is capable of creating natural looking landscapes all the way to something that looks like this, where it's basically a very surreal mesh of rocks or something like that. Not too sure what exactly they were when I first made it back a while ago. Anyway, this is a custom scene that I created using Automatic Designer first, and then I brought that into Automatic Voyager, which creates the 3D representation of that so that I could change the camera angle, the shading, and the lighting, and finally bring it into render here. I also used this the same scene for Porter Robinson's World Album Release Countdown, which happened on Porter Robinson's Instagram, so if anything, go check that out. Once I was happy with the render, I brought the image into Studio Artist where I'm doing much of the painting. Well, I prefer to call it the stylization, but I guess this is a painting process in the end. I'm using the thick acrylic brush as usual. This is my favorite brush, and it's a consistent brush that I use throughout the entire side trip story. The techniques I utilize are pretty much the same, however in this case I figured that there is something about this about this scenery that wasn't standing out. First of all, I did get critiqued on it, but I felt like this was a little bit flat, as in like there was not a lot of dimension to it. Despite having this foreground and background relationship between the two colors, it just kind of felt still somehow like a little confusing. So I added in some highlights to help out with that, but in the end, I guess it just didn't turn out the way I wanted to. But that's fine. It's just another thing that I learned about, and I will probably be next time a little bit more careful. Side Trip is also about everything and nothing, so at this point I'm trying to figure out a nice relationship between the two characters and what their scenery is about and how they're exploring it. Since everything and nothing it needs to be the representation of this part, especially, I was really wondering how I'm going to put this in. So first of all, I had two characters, Azure and Alex. This is Azure right now that I'm drawing, looking up, and then Alex just right next to him, just kind of standing there, you know, like both of the two characters are kind of awed at the scene's scale and size of it. And I totally forgot to shade him. And then I begin to just kind of scribble in on the walls, like symbols from the past. Perhaps someone was here thousands of years ago, just kind of like writing in some imaginary thoughts about stuff and studying the sun, or perhaps studying the stars or the cave itself, or we don't really know what it is, but it's the study of someone. Someone was here and someone was definitely looking at something. We can't read the words anymore because they've been there for thousands of years and we've lost the idea and the language of it. But these two characters can read that. And I also have a special font that I've created myself for the Side Trip series, and that's what that was. So I'm just doing some quick adjustments there. I also typed in some random stuff here. And then I do the shading for the characters, which I totally forgot about. Once I was good with all that, I brought it into Photoshop, and this is where the struggle really began. So I'm in Photoshop and I'm quickly realizing that the scene does appear very flat, and in order to bring out the lighting and the appearance of having this sort of epic lighting going on, I really wanted to add some glows to it. But I feel like I overdid it and things weren't just working the way it was, so I decided to just kind of do some quick edits to it. And then I brought it into After Effects, which is, I don't know, I just wanted to change space, I guess. And then I added in this orb-like thing using Nodes 2 from Yanabox as a plugin. And it creates these nodey networks with like connections. So I was thinking to myself, oh, this represents the brain, and it also represents the appearance of everything and nothing. Like it was someone's thoughts, basically. And that was to me kind of satisfying, and I really was super happy seeing that option there. And anyway, I'm trying out some different lighting options using some other filters to kind of create this sort of glow, which never happened. I never liked it, and I changed it back, went simple, and did some minor adjustments with colors and trying to adjust things here and there. I also tried adding some lens flares in, but I guess it was never working. In the end, things were getting way too bright. So After a while, I just decided to go seeking for the happy ground, did some final color adjustments, final adjustments to the orb-like thing, and we're pretty much done at this point. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the future. Bye.